From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your evening update.
Hello everyone, I'm Chief Meteorologist Mike Krueger, Weather NorCal. Thank you so much for joining us here this evening. We've got a cooling trend. It's going into the weekend here, starting as early as tomorrow. It's been beautiful the last few days with those temperatures, especially in the valley. But now it's time to see some of that cooler air begin to move in. Also, as that colder air moves in, it will also, at least the storm system itself, will be responsible for some gusty winds. They'll return through the day on Friday, especially Friday afternoon, Friday evening, the winds start to pick up. Strongest winds over the weekend. And then going into next week, the winds start to die down, temperatures start to warm up, but we're keeping it dry. But maybe not forever, okay? Because look at this. I'm actually kind of setting it in stone a little bit. I'm a little bit more confident. The long-range forecast model is in good agreement that by the end of next week, we're talking about a chance for some showers in the valley and for the coast, the inland areas, and some snow in the mountains. Hey, this is great news. So again, not 100% guaranteed, but it is something worth watching. And of course, we'll take a closer look at that in the deeper dive forecast. But before we do that, let's get through Krueger's quick cast for those of you that are in a hurry. And we start off with our temperatures here for tonight. Cooling off probably somewhere in the right around that 40-degree mark, upper 30s, low 40s for the valley. Mainly 20s to the north and east of the valley. And then of course in the 30s west of the valley and for the coast, you're looking at temperatures upper 30s to around 40 degrees. So out the door tomorrow morning, we're actually going to start off with some clouds. And places like, say, Siskiyou County, Modoc County, there may be a sprinkle. I mean, we're talking nothing. If you're outside late at night, early tomorrow morning, you may feel a drop or two. That's it, okay? But it won't amount to much, if anything. Most of you will be asleep when it's happening. It's just going to be on the cool side here as we start off tomorrow morning. All right, so here's a look at your satellite image. You see this? I've got my eyes on this. This is that cooler air that's going to be diving southward, giving us cooler temperatures, and of course those gusty winds as well. So we've got to be on the lookout for that. Let's take a look at that. There is a wind advisory for the valley, the surrounding foothills. We may eventually see some advisories here for some of the mountain locations as well. We've got winds sustained out of the north-northeast at about 20 to 30 miles per hour. We could see gusts about 40 to 55 miles per hour. And I think the strongest winds will be especially in those eastern foothills where we typically see some of those stronger winds. There you can see for tomorrow morning, the wind's not that much of a factor. They're starting to pick up along the coast. But then through the day tomorrow, you'll notice just a progression of these winds getting stronger. Now we're seeing gusts over 30 miles per hour in some cases here for the valley. And again, pretty strong winds here even for the higher elevations. Look at central Siskiyou County along I-5 there. That could be a problem here, especially if you drive a high-profile vehicle, big rig, all right? So that's through Friday night. Of course, keep in mind, that'll continue into the weekend too. All right, so what we can expect here for tomorrow, yeah, sunny skies. We're starting off with some clouds tomorrow morning. But by the afternoon, it's sunny. Temperatures mid-60s for the valley and in the 40s and 50s for the higher elevations. And looks like those temperatures should be somewhere in the mid-50s for the coast. All right, let's take a look at that 7-day forecast. You notice that big smile on my face? Because look at this. Don't worry about all this. Hey, look, rain. Yes, we've got a chance for some showers in the forecast. All right, it's not 100% guaranteed, but the long-range forecast models are in good agreement. All right, now let's talk about the immediate future. Going into the weekend, gusty winds, temperatures dropping. We actually see the winds begin to die down early next week. Temperatures going back up again and then back down as we begin to see that chance for showers by the end of next week. Now for the coast, inland, and for Trinity County, gusty winds, temperatures going up. It's dry through Wednesday. Showers for the coast, showers inland, and out towards Trinity County, you can see snow levels around 3,000 feet. We take you out to Siskiyou, Modoc, and the eastern mountains. Windy over the weekend, of course, just like everybody else. And we're dry for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. For Siskiyou County, 3,500-foot snow levels, give or take. For Alturas, of course, for Modoc County, around 4,000 feet. And in the eastern mountains, probably somewhere around 4,500-foot snow level. So again, great news to see that. Okay, that's your Krueger's Quick Cast here. Real quick reminder, there is a free 24-hour streaming channel. It's available pretty much anywhere you go that you get Weather NorCal. So for example, you can get on weathernorcal.com. You can watch the 24-hour streaming channel on the free Weather NorCal app. You can watch it on your Roku, your Amazon Fire Stick. You can also watch it on YouTube from any platform, whether it's on your computer, from your smartphone, even your smart TV with the YouTube app. The cool thing about the YouTube app is not only can you watch the 24-hour streaming channel, but you can watch on demand the video forecast like the one you're watching now. So that's pretty cool. Check it out. The free 24-hour streaming channel, pretty much available anywhere minus rabbit ears, right? The airwaves. All right, so let's take a look at the satellite image. We got an area of low pressure right here. There's the colder air. So it's still kind of diving down to the south and east, and then eventually some energy will break off from that. That cooler air comes down, and we see the cooler temperatures, and of course the winds. Let's talk about that wind advisory again. We've got those winds from the north-northeast, 20 to 30 miles per hour, and those gusts could possibly exceed even 50 miles per hour. So once again, tomorrow morning, the wind's not a factor. They're getting a little breezy for some of us along the coast tomorrow morning. And then through the day, the winds are picking up on Friday. Look at Saturday morning. The winds are very gusty at this point, especially for the foothills east of the valley. Could we see some power outages? Not out of the question. That's Saturday, 5 p.m., still those gusty winds, and that'll probably continue into your Sunday. All right, let's talk about, of course, the chances for rain here. It's not looking promising, folks, but we do have the clouds tomorrow morning, but you can see how quickly they move out. So I expect sunny skies for most of us by the afternoon, although maybe a couple of afternoon cumulus clouds for some of the higher elevations, otherwise mainly sunny skies for the rest of us. So as that system, that colder air moves in and the winds pick up, there's that chance for snow. It's not looking very promising, is it? Most likely, if we see anything, it will be in eastern portions of Lassen and Plumas counties. And then the area of low pressure is to our south. So this is all kind of coming from this direction right here. Okay? So as we see that shift to the south, look what happens. You see how it's just, most of it, as it rotates around the area of low pressure, it just barely touches the southern fringe of our viewing area. So places like Glenn County, southern Butte County, southern Plumas County, you may, through the day on Saturday, see some of that kind of spill over, but most of it will be to the south. That all being said, look how insignificant all of this is. This is a moisture-starved area of low pressure, like I've been saying all week long. A little bit of snow, especially on the eastern slope of the Sierra, maybe a chance for a light shower or two around Sacramento southward. But again, just don't count on it being much. Better chances by the end of next week, which we'll get into that here in a second. There's the colder air moving on in. This will be responsible for those gusty winds as well. That will then move on out. More mild air begins to move in here by Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of next week. So again, cold for the weekend, warming back up again for early next week. So we got those near normal temperatures here as we look at the long range here going into early February. So we're kind of breaking away from the above normal temperatures. So again, this is what we're looking at. See how that area of low pressure dives down to the south. So you got that counterclockwise rotation around that low. That's where we see the chances for showers coming into parts of Northern California, especially to the south. But the classic setup for the gusty winds, low to our south, high pressure to our north and west. And of course, the difference between the two will give us the gusty winds as it funnels between the two. That'll continue into your Sunday. And then, of course, as this all shifts eastward on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of next week, those winds start to die down. But what do we have here? We've got the next storm system that's approaching, and believe it or not, the long-range forecast models are saying, hey, you know what? This thing may hold on to itself and stay together and bring us a chance for showers and some snow in the higher elevations. Now, again, it's not guaranteed, but it looks pretty promising when the long-range forecast models agree not only with the timing, but even the overall intensity as this moves on through. It's not going to be a ton of rain or a ton of snow, but it's the sign of things to come, because if we can break away this blocking pattern that we've had, this will open the door for other storms from the west to move in, and it looks like that could happen. That once we open up the door on Thursday, more systems could come in behind it. So we'll certainly take what we can get at this point. Wouldn't it be nice? All right, so we look at the long range. Unfortunately, we're still not in that wetter than normal category, but at least we're not in the drier than normal category. Where we are is what we call the kind of the near normal category, right? So at least we've got that chance for rain in the forecast as we wrap up the month of January and go into February. Let's take a look at those wave heights. You see how they're really starting to increase as we go into Friday afternoon, Friday evening. The good news is they'll start to retreat going through Saturday afternoon. So as a result, the National Weather Service has issued a gale warning for actually Friday afternoon. You see the winds? They'll be from the north at 25 to 30 knots. Your waves from the north at 8 feet at 8 seconds and from the west at 2 feet at about 11 seconds. So yeah, if you need to be on a small boat, probably not a good idea. All right, so for tonight, clear skies, temperatures upper 30s to about 40, 20s and 30s for the higher elevations tonight. And of course, we're talking temperatures upper 30s to low 40s along the coast. Here's your Trinity County neighborhood forecast. Temperatures starting to drop a little bit, upper 50s to around 60. There you can see that chance for showers on Thursday with snow levels around 3,000 feet. For the north coast, windy over the weekend, chance for showers. See temperatures generally staying in the low to mid 50s for the next 7 days. Up north, 61 for Orleans, 57 degrees for Hoopa, 57 for Yasky and Smith River, about 60. Windy, dry through Wednesday. There's that chance for showers on Thursday. Love pointing that out. Love saying it too, that we've got that chance for rain in the forecast. Here you can see on Friday for Siskiyou County, temperatures in the 40s, low 50s. Windy, cold. Look at that Saturday, only a high of 38 for Mount Shasta. Back up to the low 50s, and then of course that chance for rain, maybe a bit of a mix out towards Mount Shasta City. Could see some snow for places like Alturas on Thursday, but before that happens, we got to deal with the winds. Cold temperatures over the weekend, only mid to upper 30s for Saturday, Sunday, but back in the 40s by Monday, Tuesday of next week. And your Eastern Mountains neighborhood forecast, maybe, and again, I'm keeping that slight chance for a stray snow flurry for places like Susanville, but that'll mainly be late Friday night, early Saturday morning. And then on Sunday, it's windy, still cold in the upper 30s, back in the 40s by Monday. Snow levels around 4,500 feet on Thursday. Let's take you to your Valley neighborhood forecast brought to you by Walgamuth Painting. Temperatures mainly in the mid 60s, windy over the weekend, upper 50s, low, right around the upper 50s to low 60s for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And then that chance for showers on Thursday. 65 degrees for Redding tomorrow, 65 for Cottonwood, 62 degrees for Lakehead and Whiskeytown, a high of 62. Let's take a look at your 7-day outlook for Redding. Oh yes, there it is. All right, so it's windy, it's cool over the weekend, and you can see it's warming back up a little bit. Looks like in the low 60s for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and of course, chance for showers on Thursday with a high of 58. That is your evening update. I'll be back again tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. and live on Coffee with Krueger at 7 a.m. Have a good night.
Bar & Mudford is a top established firm here in the North State. Founded over a half-century ago, Bar & Mudford is protecting the rights of our neighbors and community. We take our commitment to our clients very seriously and provide a level of excellence unrivaled in the North State. Bar & Mudford, standing up for the rights of our neighbors and our beautiful community, serving Northern California with excellence.